To start, I think using a backpack is actually much more valuable than having something like a over the strap kind of like photography bag. For video, I love having a backpack, especially because I've done a lot of traveling this year. Having a backpack available, it just feels more secure, it's safer. When I'm on a shoot, I'm like hiking up things, running up places. So having a backpack is a lot more secure than having like an over strap bag. You know what I'm talking about. So for me, making sure I have a backpack over like a single sling armed, I don't actually know what they're called, but having this over one of those is way more beneficial. But let's get into actually comparing the two bags and what is actually more useful. Is it actually worth the crazy price increase, which is like 10 times the amount of money? That's a huge investment. Well, so at the beginning of the year, let's talk about the Amazon Basics bag. At the beginning of the year, I purchased this bag because I was just starting to do a lot more travel videography. So I wanted to invest in a backpack. I'd never had one before, so I wanted to see how I worked with it, and I loved it. This bag is actually so amazing. So right off the bat, if you're starting into doing a lot of videography, you're building your kit, maybe you have like an ADD or just like a little bit less expensive gear, but you still want to travel a lot, this bag is amazing. There's so many great little features about it. Like, I love the fact, first of all, the zippers are really good. Having a camera bag with really good zippers is actually super crucial. And they're like super fast open. Look at that, that's precision speed. That's so quick. Let's do that in slow motion. Whew, okay, the next thing that I love about it is the pockets. Holy crap, for a $35 camera bag, there is a lot of pockets. And the big thing that you're gonna realize when you're getting a cheaper bag, it's gonna substitute storage variety for just storage in general. So there is a lot of storage variety. When I shoot, I don't just carry around a camera, I carry around lenses, I carry around lens cloths, I carry around hard drives. And so having all of these different little compartments is great. And within the compartments, it's not just like a fold out compartment. There's like sleeves on the inside. There's this little thing on the front, which is great for like a monopod or a Joby. So the big thing too is if we open up the bag, I'm just gonna go quickly over like the interior and all that stuff. Zippers are great, size is nice. If we open up the bag here, what you're gonna notice is there's these like dividers. And so for a cheaper bag, sometimes you get like soft dividers, ones that are kind of flimsy. And I just got one that was like $75. Totally the worst investment I've ever done because the dividers were really soft, there wasn't a lot of pockets, but with the Basics bag, the dividers are actually pretty strong, so I don't mind putting more expensive lenses, a little bit more gear in here and not feel like it's gonna shake around. But one of the big things that you're gonna look at when you're getting it like a cheaper bag is those dividers are gonna be flimsy. And you think that's okay, but the big thing is you don't want your gear sliding all around. Now, if we slide over to a bit more of an expensive bag, 10 times more expensive bag, everything is just so much more sturdy. So let's say you're on a shoot, you're running up mountains, you're throwing your bag around. You want your gear to be safe. And so if you have much more expensive gear, it's not gonna shift and slide around like a cheaper bag would have. But let's just do a quick tour of the LOWEPRO bag. The first thing you're gonna notice is that the pocket to get into all the gear is actually on the back of the bag as opposed to on the front with the Basics. The reason why that is there is because so nobody can like access your gear and steal it from you. With this, it's like, oh, zip, I have your gear and all your lenses just fell out. With the Tactics bag, your gear is actually only accessible from the backpack part, which is obviously guarded by your back, and one of the side pouches. And the side pouch is there so that when you're filming, you can swoop your bag around to the front, unzip one of the side parts and have that camera there, which for me, time is much more valuable than money. And so having something that I can whip my camera out to get the shot right away, as opposed to having to zip open my bag, just makes this bag a little bit more crucial and beneficial for doing a much more intense shoot. The other thing too is with the Tactics bag, there's a lot more compartments. So as opposed to just a singular compartment on the inside flap, there's like these multiple dividers. I can put all this stuff in here. There's a laptop pocket in here, which the Amazon Basics bag for about $40, I think you can get the laptop pouch. This one has a laptop pouch on the inside. You've got all your dividers for like hard drives and whatnot. One of the big things and one of my favorite things about it is, again, the pockets. I'm like a pocket maniac, and if you look at all of my backpacks that I have like probably 10 different backpacks for different occasions. It's like shoes for me. The big thing that I love about backpacks is having all these compartments. So if you put on the Tactics bag, there's pockets on the side, so there's ones that you can like put little tiny things in. I like to put like lens wipes and stuff into these side pockets. And I know with this bag, there are pockets that I haven't discovered yet. It's like when you get a jacket and then like a year later, you open up the side, you're like, what? I'm gonna put my business cards in there? So if we compare the front of the two bags, with the Amazon Basics bag, it's just like a little spot for one monopod. You really gotta secure it in there. For this, there was multiple little areas here. So you can either slide your monopod through one of these gaps here, or you can attach things off of them like this. The Tactics bag comes with little bags that you can hang off of this, which is really nice. So between the two, when it comes to durability, this guy is so much more intense and robust. You've got this hard shell on the outside. It's just so much bigger and sturdier. Like I feel like I could go to war with this and it would be fine. The Amazon Basics bag, it's soft. It's like a softer shell on the outside, so you're not really, like I wouldn't want to throw that anywhere. Also, I don't think it's waterproof. This is water resistant. And check this cool stuff out. If I unzip the bottom here, this is gonna destroy your brain. Watch this. There is like this little, it's not even a zipper. It's like if it's raining out, I just pull this out, and there's this waterproof cover that I can put over top of my bag. Like, look at this. Look, this is so, like, look at that. Look at that. It, like, in seconds, there's a thing on the outside from the rain, which is also really awesome. So you're not fumbling or you're forgetting a little waterproof case. This is always available for this bag. Other, like, really cool features about this bag that this one doesn't have, the handle on the top's a lot more secure. It's better to grab. This one's just got a little soft handle. So, putting the bags head to head, which one's better? Well, it's obvious to say that the one that's $350 is much better. There's so many more features, it's a lot larger, it's more robust. I would much prefer having this on a shoot than this little bag. That being said, let's say you're starting out, you're wanting to get into gear. I would highly recommend the Amazon Basics bag to start off. It's not a huge investment and it's really good to keep your gear in if you don't have a lot of stuff. I love using my camera bags just to keep all my stuff organized. This is a great thing to keep all of your stuff organized when you're even at home. This can fit basically every single piece of gear of mine in here. My lenses, audio, I put the little Joby on the front. So when it comes to carrying your stuff, this can do the job and it's amazing. But let's say you are getting into more endurance filming. Maybe you are getting into a little bit more endurance type filmmaking. You're in intense weather. You're traveling a lot, you're throwing your bag around, your gear is getting much more expensive. I would gauge the value of my bag with the value of my gear and how much I'm traveling. So for this, I have much more expensive equipment now, so I do not feel safe. I would feel less safe with it in this bag, So let's say you are doing a lot more traveling, you're filming all the time, invest in a good bag. You're putting thousands of dollars worth of equipment inside your camera bag and you don't want it to break or shatter. That being said, there is a lot of other products out there, so why is it the LOWEPRO bag or the Amazon Basics bag? Now I've tried a couple other middle range camera bags, ones that are like $75 to like $150. I'd say if you're looking to get a better quality bag, skip the middle ground, like the $100 to $150 camera bags, and jump right to something that's a little bit more expensive, $300 to $350. What I've noticed is in those middle ground camera bags, and again, this is just from personal experience, they're just kind of like half-assed, so they're not great, they're not okay, they're just this weird middle ground. And if you are trying to cheap out, definitely get this bag. If you are willing to put in the money, save a little bit more and get something that's hard shelled, got all these compartments, you will not regret it. You're putting your time, energy, and your career into one bag. Invest in it. And that is it, you guys. Hopefully this helps you find a camera bag. I know I was searching for a while and I didn't know what I wanted to get. This is a great beginner, this is a great professional, and I do have a bunch of other ones that I was considering in the description below. You guys can check that out. Again, skip past those middle ones because those ones, again, I felt like just for some reason they were half-assed, and get to something much more professional if you are willing to put in the time and the money. Thanks again for watching. This video was not sponsored by either of these companies. This is just total personal opinion. But if you guys want to put in your opinion, write that in the description below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what camera bag that you use and why you like it so much. So far, this one's really done me wonders, and this one I've already traveled a lot of the world with. So both are great bags, both are great for your value. And yeah, I gotta get to editing, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna awkwardly sit here until I cut to like the end credit sequence thing that I made. Hopefully it cuts there pretty soon.